The International Motor Press Association test days is probably the best thing ever. Basically, on the first day, they have a big parking lot full of cars with keys in them, and you drive whatever the hell you want. Second day, they have a racetrack full of cars with keys in them, and you drive whatever you want on the track. How cool is that? Seriously, I have the best job in the world, I know. But recently, a lot of you guys have been emailing me saying, I'm a young kid, I want to get into sports car driving, I want to maybe get out on the track, what do you got for me? What should I buy? So I thought, what if I find you guys a couple of cars that are safe, fun, fuel efficient, and under 25,000 bucks? So I got two cars today. I got the Cobalt SS 2009, it's a great little car, and I got the Mazda Speed 3 right here. I'm going to take these two cars out on the track and show you that having fun is not about V8 power. It's about lightweight, 4 cylinders, and turbochargers.
This episode of Garage419 is brought to you by Valvoline's automotive series Under the Hood with Brandon and the Frog. Watch for new episodes at brandonandthefrog.com.
Well, you guys wanted to see entry-level sports cars? Here's one right here. We got the Cobalt SS, brand new for 2009 model year. You got a 2.0 liter, 260 horsepower, direct injection, turbocharged 4-cylinder. It's the Ecotech. You got a 5-speed transmission. You got really nice 18-inch chrome wheels. You got a good wing for some downforce if you need it. And you don't get a whole lot else, but it's 24,000 bucks, and it's a good place to start. Now, we're here at Pocono Raceway to test this out on the track, and I'm going to tell you guys what I think of it. Now, some really cool features. Right here, you've got this really cool little telemetry device, which you can rotate between spark advance, horsepower gauge, you've got a G-force meter, you've got a boost gauge, air-fuel ratio, cam angles, all kinds of good information for you to know if you want to go to the track with this car. And it's got a really nice display, actually. It's an option for the car. It's not bad. Another thing I like about this car, it's got really good bolstered seats, which is great if you're going to be on the racetrack. You need a seat. Most people don't realize this, but you need a seat that's going to hold you in when you're on that racetrack. Because the more effort you exert sliding around the seat and trying to stay in one place, the less effort you can spend actually concentrating on the track. Now, what's cool about this car is that this thing, believe it or not, for $24,000, ran an 8-minute and 22-second Nürburgring lap, which is among the fastest front-wheel drive recorded lap times. And this thing will do burnouts too. And we're off. Here we go. Wind it out. It pulls all right. It's not bad. Head into turn 1. Oh, it's actually pretty neutral. No understeer that I expected from a normal front-wheel drive car. Oh, look at this. Wow, this thing can handle. Oh my God. This thing can actually take a turn. Use the curbing a little there, no problem. That's what it's there for. How are the brakes? Not bad, mild understeer when you get on it hard. And then we're gonna go right back onto the NASCAR track right now. And it stays pretty good through the corner. It does not understeer as much as most front-wheel drive cars you're gonna see. Now I'm running flat out right now on this bank turn. 4th gear. Crossing 100 miles an hour right now. 110. 120. Now I'm gonna get on the brakes. Ooh. Might have over-revved a little there coming down. Back into the infield. This thing is a riot. Broke them loose, no problem. Late apex on this turn 7 here. There we go, coming right around. This car is a ton of fun. I'm not even kidding. I think I may have just accomplished front-wheel drive drifting. I didn't even know that was possible, but I'm turning the corner, I'm flooring it, and I'm hearing it rev, And then I look in the rearview mirror, and there's a giant trail of smoke behind me. That's a sign of a good car. Okay, I like this car.
Make sure you have the right oil, the right tools.
Now I like to use a high mileage oil on this baby here because my girl, this 1970 Camaro Z28, has been around the block a few times. And I don't mean that with any disrespect.
All right, guys, listen up. Changing your own oil does not make you a total badass. On the other hand, not changing your own oil can turn your engine into a virtual atomic bomb at 7,000 RPM, sending a piston through your hood, out your garage roof, across the street, in your neighbor's window, ruining their spaghetti and meatballs dinner. Now, what kind of neighbor would you be then, huh? So do yourself a favor, do me a favor, most importantly, do your car a favor. Go watch Under the Hood with Brandon the Frog at brandonthefrog.com and learn how to change your own oil properly. That way we can avoid these type of, incidents. The other car I want to show you guys is the 2009 Mazda Speed 3. Now, this car is fantastic and overlooked often because it's a wagon, but it really shouldn't be. This car has a 280 horsepower turbocharged 4-cylinder, okay? It does 0 to 60 in the 5-second range. It's fast, okay? Front-wheel drive also, but most entry-level sports cars are front-wheel drive. It's got a really nice multifunction steering wheel. It's comfortable to hold. I always look at the steering wheel as your communication with the car, the steering wheel, shifter, and pedals. And if all of those are okay, I can overlook almost any other styling mishap or weird car quirk. With this car, it's also got a really good sound. I hope that one day they put this engine in the Miata because it's fantastic. Now, I've driven this car on the street before, never on the track. You've got your pop-up nav too right here, which is nice. Sound looks pretty cool. You tilt that. I like that. Pop-up nav. You got a great Bose stereo. You got all the comforts you'd want from your standard $30,000 car, except it's in a $20,000, $25,000 package. The seats are good, also very well bolstered, just like the Cobalts, and it's got that kind of engine that you just want to rev, I also like the Alcantara. Alcantara makes the car feel expensive. And when you find the $25,000 car on the door trim, the seat inserts, even the back seat inserts, it gives you a nice expensive feel. The shifter in this, not quite as nice as the Cobalts. But this isn't a Versus thing. This is just, when you guys email me, and you do a lot, and that's cool, I'm happy to answer all your questions. When you guys email me and you say, dude, I just turned 18, what am I going to buy? I'm showing you what you should buy. Because bang for the buck, these are fantastic cars. Now I know it's not all-wheel drive, but all-wheel drive shouldn't be your first car. All-wheel drive is something you should, you should want if you live in the snow. Look, all-wheel drive cars handle great, but as a first car, if you want to learn to drive a car on the track, learn how a car moves and how to control a car, you don't want to go all-wheel drive unless you plan on going all-wheel drive forever. Because if you're young and you get used to all-wheel drive, and then you try and get a rear-wheel drive car or front-wheel drive car later, it will throw you off so hard. And I learned that, and that's why I'm trying to give you advice. My first car was a Subaru. Grew up in all-wheel drive. All of a sudden, wait, Corvette? Are you kidding? Mustangs? Burnout City for me. See this? Ooh, that is grind second, maybe a little bit. This car has a much peakier turbo than the Cobalts, which is fine if you want to drive at the high revs. Ooh, nice. This car has a mild understeer, which I like, because you can control it really well, and it kind of goes, even though it's understeering, it's still going where you want it to. You just have to figure out how to put it there. Oh yeah. Use the curbing a little. There we go. No problem at all. Now we find out how the brakes are right here. Not bad. Not quite as sticky as the Cobalts, but you just throw in a downshift and you're good. Yeah. Little understeer coming through there. Squeeze on the power. 280 horsepower going through the front wheels right now. On the banking, 80. About 100. 110. 120. That's about all she's got for the straightaway. But coming off the straightaway, it's well behaved. There we go. A little more front wheel drive drifting, late apex on this turn. It's a tricky turn. When all else fails, just light them up, right? Whew. This thing's got power though. Am I just roasting the tires this entire way? Basically. I'm pretty sure I smoked them the entire second half of that lap. Oh. You see, guys, listen, you do not need 500 horsepower to have fun. That's the bottom line. These cars, I mean, look, I giggled. These cars are so much fun to wind them out and run them hard on the track. You know, people hate on front-wheel drive, and people hate on four-cylinders, and people hate on Japanese cars. These things are fun, whether it's a Japanese car, an American car, it doesn't matter. It's a fun car, and that's what I'm trying to show you guys here. All these cars can be so much fun, and it's not what you buy, it's how you drive it, especially when they give you a racetrack. I'm Matt Farah. See you next time.